Welcome back to the class, students. Today the topic is about the chapter tissues, and we will continue with our discussion about the tissues. So today's topic will be plant tissues. We will talk about the types of plant tissues, and as I have told you yesterday, plant tissues are classified into two types. They are meristematic and permanent tissues. Okay, now proceeding further, we will discuss about the meristematic tissues in this particular class. So students, if you haven't yet subscribed the channel, please subscribe the channel because this content is going to be very useful for you, and also this will also help me to bring before you such type of content in upcoming days. So students, let us now focus upon the meristematic tissues. Whenever you see any new plant, I hope all of you have seen a new plant, okay, which is growing about from the soil, and it is now just now have sprouted. And so here this plant, which is having a very new stem, it may not have many branches, few branches from the bottom, and also you will find the green leaves are arising. Okay, green leaves will be present at the tip of the stem, or rather you can say it as a shoot. If you ever notice, this particular portion is very soft, okay, or you can say it is very tender. So at this particular part, at this particular soft and tender shoot, which is at the apex, we will find a particular type of meristematic tissue. Okay, similarly, if you have seen a stem of a plant which has grown or which has matured a bit, okay, then you will find that it will have these type of lines present over it. What these lines are called as? These are called as nodes, right? All of you know about these nodes. Nodes are the places from which you will find the leaves and the branches grow. Because this is a very new stem, you may not find the nodes so clearly over here, but they are present. Nodal region is present, but nodes are very much clear in some of the grown up stems or mature stems. Like if you see the bamboo, okay, or sugarcane, you will find these nodes are present. The gap or the length between these nodes, okay, this is called as internode. The next type of meristematic tissue is found at the nodal region, at this particular place, okay, from the place where you will find branches grow and come out of it. So that is where you will find the next type of meristematic tissue is present. And we have just seen the positions or locations of the two types of meristematic tissues. First is at the shoot tip, the second one is at the nodal region. There is another type of meristematic tissue. The location is, if you see the stem or the plants, they gradually become woody, they become thick. These are the regions from where the third type of meristematic tissue is understood. These regions are called as lateral zones, lateral regions, which increases the thickness of the stem, and from here only the third type of meristematic tissue grows. So this particular region is called as lateral region, okay, especially the internodal region, okay, because this region is between the two nodes. So this is also called as internodal region and lateral region, and that is how we have seen just now the three types of meristematic tissues. Their locations, actually we have not studied about their types. The first zone is at the shoot tip, so let us label this as first. Second one is at the nodal region, so second one is at the node, and third one is at the internode, so we will label as 3. So there are three types or three regions where we will find the meristematic tissues, and these are the three zones. I hope this is clear to you all, and if you are learning this, if you are understanding this, please don't be afraid to subscribe the channel. Now One more place in the roots, okay, because roots have to penetrate into the soil. Roots definitely have the root hairs, and the root hairs only try to penetrate. So what are they? So these are the root hairs, and these root hairs actually penetrate into the soil to absorb the water and minerals. If you zoom this particular portion, so it looks like this, okay, and this is porous. This will be having the root cap zone over here, and this root cap is the root cap, okay, and this zone of penetration is meristematic in nature. It helps in the penetration of the roots into this soil. So though it is also present at the root tip, similarly as it is the shoot tip, so the type of meristems present over in the roots and the shoot tips are the same. So that is why we can say that there are three types of meristematic tissues. Now let us proceed further to understand the characteristics of each of these meristematic tissues. The first important characteristic of meristematic tissues, they are very tiny cells, very tiny, okay. They have abundant cytoplasm, means they have a lot of cytoplasm because they do not have any kind of cell organelles, and that is why they have the cytoplasm. So the next point becomes they have nucleus, but the next they do not have cell organelles, okay, because they do not need any kind of function. Why? Because they are rapidly dividing. They are rapidly dividing cells. And how do they do the rapid division? It is impossible without the nucleus. So they are having the nucleus is present, okay, and nucleus is present at the center. Next, cells of the plants actually have cellulose wall around them, and it makes the plant cells tough, right? But they have very thin cellulose walls, right? So they have very thin cellulose cell wall, and that is why they are highly flexible. They are generally, plant cells are very tough, but these cells, these meristematic tissues are very flexible. You may find that the plant cells have a definite shape, like they may be oval, they may be polygonal, they may be rectangular, but generally the meristematic cells are so thin that they are spherical, okay. They are spherical because they do not yet, they haven't taken any shape, they have not matured, they have not differentiated. So here these are the general characteristics of any meristematic tissue that you will find in the plant body, okay. So now let us talk about the types of meristems or the type of meristematic tissues. The first is, as I have told you, that is apical meristem. Apical means present at the apex or at the tip. So where you can think it is present? It is present at the shoot tip or the root tip. So both the tips of the root and the shoot contains the apical meristem. What it does, it helps in upward growth of the shoot, okay, and the downward growth and the penetration of the roots. In other words, so lengthwise growth is supported or it is promoted by the apical meristem. Apical meristem helps in, provides new cells to the plant body so that the plants may grow in height, and in that process what happens, this plant becomes mature. So the new cells which are provided to the plant body is done by the apical meristematic tissue. Let us talk about the second type of meristematic tissue, and that is, so let me put this so that you can understand. This is the first one, this is the second point, okay. So this is the intercalary meristem. Intercalary is at the nodal region, okay. So the meristem which you find in the nodal region from where the branches are arising, so that is called as the intercalary meristem. So what it does, the characteristics are present at nodes. They promote the branch growth. Also, they provide strength to stem. Where? At the nodes. If you see these nodes, this is the stem, and if you see at the nodes, they are very thick. Okay, this thickness is because of the intercalary meristem. So that is how the meristematic growth is there in the nodal region. Okay, so the third meristematic tissue is the lateral meristem, and what I have said, it is present in the internodal regions of the stem, present at internodes. What it will do, it will help in increasing the girth of the stem, means the thickness of the stem, increases the thickness of the stem. In the later higher classes, you will also study that this lateral meristem is only responsible for the cambial growth. So the new term I am introducing to you, but we will study this in the later classes, that is cambium. So the growth of the cambium takes place because of the lateral meristem. So students, today we have discussed about the meristematic tissues, and I hope that you have understood this topic nicely. And if you have done so, then please subscribe this channel and share it amongst your friends and relatives. Thank you for understanding and watching this video.